Ryback. Ryback. All right. I couldn't stop laughing there for a second. All right, so we're back on Twitter/X again, and Ryback is. He seems like he's a little annoyed that CM Punk got the call and not him, even though him and Punk had pretty good feuds back then. It looks like he may have or may have not allegedly hurt Punk, because anything can happen in wrestling. I mean, things can go sideways at any possible moment. So, but if you're continuously hurting people, then that's an issue, right? That means you're an unsafe worker. But anyway, I don't think that's the case. Phil was CM Punk. He was always a littler guy. He wasn't like a jacked dude. And when you're a little guy like that, you are more prone to injury. So I mean, just look at Daniel Bryan. Look at Finn Balor. Look at all these like little guys, and that's why Vince never pushes them. It's because they're more injury prone. Anyway, with that being said, I was just looking through Ryback's Twitter here, and I started busting up laughing. So let's go through some of these. All right, so this he tells this guy, he posts. Let's see, where is it? Where's the original post? He says, "Wishing everyone a great Thursday. Let's effing work and make it happen. #hungry." And this guy tells him, "Go and F off, you bastard." And I'm like, why? I don't understand. It's hilarious. So are you against Happy Thursday or doing the work? I mean, what a jerk. Typical hater. I don't understand all the hate Ryback gets. I mean, he was this big. You gotta admit, he was pretty big, not just physically, but he was pretty big. He was feuding with Punk at the time. He was going to be like their next Goldberg. At least that's how they were pushing him. And he had a great gimmick. I mean, the Feed Me More thing, I love that. I thought that was genius. That was back. That kind of harkened back to the old days where Stone Cold would say, "That's that's the bottom line," and Stone Cold says so, or Austin 316, or the best there is, the best there was, whatever. The catchphrases. People love catchphrases. Look at LA Knight. Yeah, the catchphrase. He got over instantly. People like being included in the show. So if you have a catchphrase that the crowd can participate in, if you have a saying or whatever, a mannerism, like Jericho, "You just made the list," and everybody's like, "Oh, he's got the list," It's a gimmick, right? Some people don't like the gimmicks, but that's what makes wrestling so fun, is being a part of that. And he excelled at that really, really well when he was there. The Feed Me More thing. He even turned it into his own brand. I think he sued WWE for it too, if I'm not mistaken. But this dude has tried to stay relevant ever since then. And it was like 10 years ago, because he left either right after or right before Punk. I don't quite remember. But right before he left, I think his attitude might have something to do with it. Every time there's a guy that gets pushed and gets up there way too fast, Ultimate Warrior, I'm drawing a blank here, but these guys, look, heck, Brock Lesnar when he first started, he got pushed all the way to the top, and I don't think he got too big for his britches. He just wanted more money, and so he went to go do football. But anyway, the whole point of that is when you push people to the top too quickly, either A, it all goes to their head, or B, they just want more money, right? So I feel like he's a product of that. Like, he thought, I mean, he was over. You can't deny it. I don't know if his merch was the highest at the time. I didn't really care about the kind of stuff back then. But you can't deny that at the time, he was one of their main guys. And then for some reason, I'm guessing attitude in the back, they just started burying him. They put him in tag matches. They put him in the tag team division. They put him with, Curtis Axel, and had him lose all the time. They had him in the U.S. title division, the Intercontinental title division. And then he changed from Feed Me More to Ryback Rules, which made him sound like the guy from, what was that? Billy Madison. Oh, Doyle rules. You know, where they all drive off the cliff at the end? That was dumb. Ryback Rules was really stupid. It was nothing like Feed Me More. And they even changed his music back to No More, the lyrics, which was, if you listen back to it, it was a cool theme song. But, you know. Anyway, so I just wanted to go through some of these and like that. I thought that was funny. And then talk about if he should come back or not. Like how I personally feel. Alright, so let's look at some of these posts here. I don't know if I'll get copyright claim, but it is this tiny little picture here. It shows him throwing Punk like a rag doll. Right there, I think, yeah, that was probably the only botch. Here, he should have let go of his neck, like right before he landed. That was nothing. That was nothing, unless he really smacked his head. This, he lands perfectly safe in the cage. So, I mean, that could have went sideways really. Like, he's trusting Ryback a lot here. I mean, look at that. That was a perfect landing. Probably rolled out of it just in case it broke, because of that could have hurt, but he took his own bump there. That could have been a little stiff. Let's look here. Perfect. Perfect powerbomb through the table. That probably sucked because he went sideways too much, but he still landed safe. That was a safe move. That was safe. That might have been a little rough kick. I think it just throws him in the ring. So there's only 2 instances here that I saw. Is that Punk again? I think that's someone else. Punk wannabe. But yeah, so when he does that shell shock, right before he hits the ground, he should let go, in my opinion. I mean, that's how I would do it, so he could take his own bump. Because if you're holding him like this and they land like this, you're going to reef their neck. Really hurt them. Anyway, so I don't think he was an unsafe worker, at least not with Punk, but sometimes when testosterone kicks in, you could mess up a couple times. But his cell shock move, I think he should have let go at the end there. And that first table spot they showed, that probably hurt like, I mean, you know what, because he kind of missed the table, and the way he landed, the table kind of went up, and that probably really jabbed him in the back. So yeah, table spots up there by where all the equipment is, not fun, especially when they don't do padding. If you notice, whenever they do a table spot now up by the entrance area, there's always like a 50-inch foam padding there because they don't want to, like, you really injure somebody. Let's see what else we got here. Danny not clear to wrestle. Some pictures here. iTunes reviews. Oh, he has a podcast. I used to listen to his podcast when he would eat food and do all that weird crap. It was pretty interesting. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I don't know. He started. I don't know. I just kind of fell off the wagon. I don't know. I did buy some of his pre-workout and nutrition stuff. They were pretty good. It's just like anything else. It just has his brand on it, so it's nothing crazy. I don't think there's any of those pre-workouts or nutritional stuff that's supremely better than anything else, because everything's designed to get you hooked and addicted. So the real good stuff the government bans, because they don't want you to get to your results right away. They want you to continuously pay for the stuff that just barely moves the needle. So I go on that for hours. But yeah, should he come back, and where should he come back? It is good looking wife. Good job, bud. But yeah, I think if they're going to bring CM Punk, if they're going to bring Ryback back, I think it'd be great. Like, let CM Punk get his footing in WWE, and I don't want him to feud with CM Punk. I think he should come back and be Punk's like buddy, like his bodyguard, the outcast. You know how cool it'd be, like just his buddy, not necessarily bodyguard, but he goes, Punk's like, you know, I noticed I'm alone in the back, so I brought in somebody. Even though they hated each other's guts, it'd be great storytelling, right? It's like we've decided to put our differences aside and team up because we're tired of being hated by the wrestling community and all that stuff. So I think it'd be hilarious if they brought Ryback back to help Punk win either Seth Rollins' belt or some match, like a match against Stone Cold, just something crazy. that'd be a great way to bring back Ryback, I think. Or if he doesn't want anything to do with Punk, or Punk doesn't have anything to do with him, he could be another notch in Roman Reigns' belt, right? I'm not saying that Ryback is a top contender because he hasn't been relevant for 10 years, but the pop alone, I mean, if they can bring back CM Punk, a guy who absolutely hated the company and bashed the company for 8 years, anybody can come back. They can push anybody. And I guarantee you, if they put Ryback in there with Roman Reigns, it will put Ryback over, right? Because they're going to be like, oh, please don't let him beat Roman, right? It'd be hilarious. They could really push that, depending on if Ryback can still go, because 10 years is a long time. Anyway, there's so many different things and you could do. I think it would be beneficial for WWE just to even try it. I mean, give him a year contract, test him out with the fans. If the fans really like him, sign him on for another 5-year contract, or however long he wants to go. I don't think he should go to AEW. I know the cast and Mr. Dubs. I agree with Mr. Dubs. We got to stop getting ex-WWE guys in AEW. AEW has plenty of homegrown wrestlers, homegrown talent that they need to push and groom to the top and make them their stars. Don't do the WCW thing. It's not working out for you. Bringing in Edge, it's cool, but to have him feud for a main title, like the TBS title, I mean, that stuff is fire. That stuff's awesome, him and Christian, but I just think you should keep using your own talent and really build that up, because if you keep relying on these old-timers, they can't go forever. You're going to want to use these young guys and push them to the moon like they're doing with Swerve. They are doing it with some of them. MJF, hell yeah. Swerve, yeah. Jay White, I think he's doing pretty good. I'm really happy that Samoa Joe's getting pushed, even though he's not really a homegrown AEW person. And the women's division is getting much better. It was really bad there for a while, but they're finally, with Sky Blue, Tony Storm, they're really starting to mold the women's division also. So, I don't know. I think Ryback should go to WWE if he's going to go anywhere, if he can. Or if he can't get in WWE and they don't want him, either go to TNA. At the very least, it'd be cool to get him in the game. Because why not? Just for the memes, just for his theme song and all that stuff, just to help the guy out. Or what would really be cool, and sorry I keep rambling on here, get him in Ultra Pro Wrestling. I guarantee you he would want to be in Ultra Pro Wrestling. Hopefully he doesn't want upfront money, but the 50-50 thing, he'd probably be all over that. Or the wrestling code. I don't know, I just feel like he had a great gimmick. Why the hell not use him? Anyway, how do you feel about Ryback? Do you think he should come back to WWE? Or do you think he should go to AEW? Or TNA? Or New Japan? Or whatever the million other wrestling companies there are? OVW? Now that it's on Netflix as a documentary? Anyway, sound off in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty.